first guest is a theatre legend and Helpman Award winner. He's done more than 2,000 performances as Bernadette in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert in Sydney to London West End and Broadway. He's also a star as well, and we love him so much. We're excited to have him here tonight. It's Tony Sheldon.
Hooray!
Hello, Tony. Can I just say it is such an honour for you to be here with us tonight. You are one of the kindest.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank
I'm
you.
so thrilled to be asked.
And you are the kindest man in show business, I think.
Oh, darling. And how long has it been since we worked together? My goodness me.
It was 2003, Tony.
Oh, on Witches of Eastwick, my one and only Cameron Mackintosh show. That was my first experience of people really throwing money around. Do you remember when we were in previews and Cameron Mackintosh said, I don't think I like them taking their bows in their normal costumes. I want everybody in black and red. And they made a set of costumes at a cost of $250,000. And we walked on stage and we bowed and the curtain came down and they never saw the costumes again.
That's why you got to love Cameron Mackintosh, isn't it? And
Exactly, but I asked if I could. They made me a tailored black linen suit, and I asked if I could buy it, and they said, "Oh no, it'll probably be used in another production of the show." And I don't think the show ever went on again after us.
No, and I must admit, it was one of the favourite shows that I ever did in musical theatre, and you were just amazing in it.
Oh, darling, it was a very happy company. It was wonderful.
And more importantly, can you talk about playing Bernadette in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert?
Tell us about that.
And that is
it
just what you brought to
totally
that role.
changed my life.
Yeah, I always believe you were the glue of that show, and that is why the show had its success, because you were the heart and soul of that production. It was just beautiful to watch. Can you tell us about how it all evolved and putting that show together?
It was very interesting because it started off as a 10-day workshop, and I really wasn't all that interested because I thought, I don't know whether this is right to be done on stage. And we started off with a totally different script. It was actually about Carlotta was a character, and it was about a whole bunch of other people that weren't in the film. And we worked on that for 3 days, and finally Simon Phillips threw the script in the air and said, "We're just going to do the film." And it was wonderful because I was invited in to have a very big hand in the structuring of the show and the writing of the scripts. And we didn't do it in costume in the workshop. I had a full beard at the time, and it was midsummer. I was in shorts and sneakers. But I suddenly realized that Bernadette was somehow lived inside me very much. I felt very comfortable in the part. And I had no fear about being judged, people, whatever people think. And I thought, I'm going to fight for this now. I really want to play this. Then I had to watch while they invited every international star to audition for the role. I mean, Michael Crawford was up for it. Ian McKellen was up for it.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
And Simon Phillips kept saying to me, just sit quietly. They'll probably come back to you. And they did. Wow. And then once they did, they stuck by me for all those years. And they got me to London, and they got me to Toronto, and they got me finally to Broadway. And it changed my life totally.
I know how much you love musicals and theatre. What was it like being nominated for a Tony Award for you? That must have been an out-of-body experience for you, because I know how much you love it.
The whole experience in New York was an out-of-body thing because you do things like you're on the Today Show, in the morning. I'd been watching Bryant Gumbel and Jane Pauley for years, and suddenly there you are in Rockefeller Center at dawn singing, a song from a Broadway show. And then you do the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. And then, there's all the lead up to the Tony Awards. And I also got nominated for the Drama Desk and the Outer Critics Circle Award and the Drama League Award. There were 5 awards I was nominated for that season. And I cried a lot. I could not stop crying because I felt really unworthy. It was like, I don't deserve all this attention that I'm getting. So it was sort of good that it didn't happen to me when I was much younger. It was good that it happened to me when I was in my 50s. I had a whole career behind me. I didn't seriously believe I was going to win because people had won for Lacage the year before, and I think there'd been another drag role the year before that. I thought, they're not going to give it to 3 drag roles in a row. So it was sort of like I was in a very good headspace about it. I was very sensible about it all. So I was able to sit back and just take it all in like a tourist. It was wonderful.
And you're... Oh, sorry, go, Steve.
No, I was just going to say, Tony, how are you doing with this lockdown carry-on? How are you getting through this pandemic?
This has been really good for me because I left Charlie and the Chocolate Factory on the 1st of December, and I made the decision to retire. And I thought,
No, that cannot
I
happen,
thought-
Tony. No.
What?
Wow.
Because I was supposed to go back to New York now and pack up my flat. I live in Audra McDonald's house.
Of course you do.
How
I
fabulous.
do. I live in. She built me a flat in her basement because her husband. She was courting her husband, and he was in Priscilla with me on Broadway. So I live in their house, and I'd made the decision I was going to go back to New York and pack up and come back here because America ain't what it was when I moved over there in 2010. And I feel it's a very broken country. And I thought, I don't want to go over there and continue my career. And then I thought, what do I want to do? I don't know. I just want to sit quietly here with my partner of 40 years, the beautiful Tony Taylor, and just regroup. And then suddenly the lockdown happened.
Yeah.
And so I'd sort of been in lockdown for a couple of months. I was just sitting here doing nothing, cooking, watching television, and suddenly the rest of the world joined me in my retirement. So I've sort of coped very well.
Have you said, because I know you're a wonderful writer, have you been writing very much in lockdown?
I've been working on Nancy Hayes' show because I wrote Nancy's show for her last year at the Hayes Theatre, Hayes at the Hayes, and she won a couple of awards, and we decided that if it goes on next year, it needs to be longer and not quite so local. So I've been doing some stuff for Nancy, which has been great, and I've been doing a couple of these Zoom readings of things with people overseas, but otherwise I'm just chilling. I'm doing what everybody else is doing and just waiting to see what's going to be out there when we're allowed to go out again.
And what will you do when you can get out? What's the first thing you'll do when you can get out of the house and do something fun?
I don't know, because at the moment I'm too scared to leave the house.
Well,
I
Tony,
really
thank
don't
you for
know.
joining us tonight. It has been such a pleasure and an honour to speak to you, and you really are the kindest man in show business. It's,
It's so wonderful to see you again after all this time.
I
And
know.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
You know, thank you for joining us. I just adore you so much. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you so much. What a legend. Woo!
Thanks, Alan.
Big round of applause.
He really is. You know what I love about Tony?
Yeah.
he knows everybody in the theatre when
He
you
does.
work there. He's such a kind
What a lovely man. And what
Beautiful.
he's done so well, isn't it great?
And
Deserves
so talented
it.
as
He
well.
deserves it. It's great. Okay.